Hello, everybody. This is Sanvi. And today, as you can tell from the title, we are going to be talking about a book. And this book is called As a Man Thinketh. Now, first of all, I have a story from my own experience and from my own life that can be based and related and have a connection with this same book. Of course, I'm 12 years old and in middle school. And obviously, I love to go and hang out with my friends. And it is currently winter vacation, winter holidays right now. And me and my friend, we started to plan about having a play day at her house since, of course, we were going to be bored on the holidays and we wanted to make this plan. And I was supposed to be going yesterday. I decided to ask my parents because obviously they have to take me there and they're my legal guardians as well. I went up to my dad and I started to ask him. I said, Dad, me and my friends, we've decided that we're gonna have a play date. So can we go? It's at our house. But then my dad, he said no. And of course, I was kind of surprised because I thought he was gonna say yes because obviously I didn't really have a lot to do during the winter holidays. So obviously I wanted to go to my friend's house. But when my dad said no, I immediately got angry and mad and I just stomped to my room. Then later my dad visit me in my room, and of course I was so mad at him because he wouldn't let me go to my friend's house. And my friends, they already sent me pictures of themselves already there and they're having a good time. So obviously I was still mad at my dad. But then my dad invited me into his room. Then I went inside the bedroom and my dad said, bring your phone. So then I had to go back into my room, bring my phone, and then I had to come back here. And then my dad said, I'm going to teach you about this book. And it's called As a Man Thinketh. This book is by James Allen. And this book had really helped me understand how I was feeling and all those things. And the reason I was mad, it wasn't because of my dad. Well, obviously I was mad because my dad made me frustrated, but of course it wasn't really his fault that I was completely mad and crying and just feeling very negative. But it was actually my fault. Now, of course, you might be wondering, how? Your dad is the reason why you got mad and frustrated and sad in the first point. Well, yes, but it was my fault because my thoughts, I didn't do critical thinking and I wasn't thinking positive and I wasn't thinking of an alternative way of that situation. Now the book, As a Man Thinketh, is a classic self-help book, as I said, written by James Allen. And this book was published in 1903. And of course, that's a long time because this book, it was actually because before he published the book, at least I heard this story from my dad, but my dad told me that he used to be like the Nazis and all of those people. The Nazis, they would put Jews into concentration camps. And of course, James Allen, he was at least one of the Jewish people who went inside those concentration camps. And of course, a lot of Jews, they did die. So obviously, that was very bad for them and a tragedy for them. But James Allen, he wasn't thinking anything negative. He wasn't like, oh, I'm going to be stuck here for the rest of my life. What am I going to do? This is so horrible. I'll never make it out of here. But instead, James Allen thought of a different way. And he thought of it like, oh, well, it's going to be great and I am free and I'm able to do all these great things that really help me and I'm not locked to myself forever. I have great, amazing people around me and this is really helpful and I'm completely free and not stuck in here. And of course, in this book, it helps us to explore the idea that our thoughts shape our character and ultimately determine our destiny. There are at least 5 key takeaways that I'd like to say about this book. Number 1 is power of thoughts. James Allen empathizes that the profound impact of thoughts of one's life. He argues that thoughts are the seeds of actions and that a person's outer life is a reflection of their inner thoughts. Positive thoughts leads to positive outcomes, while negative thoughts can result in undesirable consequences. Now, your thoughts are like little seeds in your head. So imagine a seed growing inside your head right now. And that's a seed of thought. Now, if you start to think negative, no matter of all the bad things that happen, like for example, if you think negative, like earlier, my example that I gave when I was mad at my dad for doing this to me, when I had the negative thought that, oh, my friends, I don't know what they're thinking right now. They might think I'm super lame. I don't know what's happening. I really wanted to go there, but no, I couldn't do that. But that led me to crying a lot and all those really bad things, which I will not like to talk about. But there could be another way that I could think about that. If I couldn't go to my friend's house, I could have thought, oh, well, at least I have more time to study. Maybe I can work out. Maybe I can practice some of my good habits because it's winter vacation right now, and maybe I can become a better person over this break. And that would have led a positive outcome of, first of all, not me being sad or getting frustrated and not me wasting at least half my day crying. But I thought of it negatively, and then soon a negative outcome came, and I didn't really like it at all because obviously no one likes crying or getting sad or getting disappointed. Nobody likes that. The next number 2 is mind as a garden. They say the book uses the metaphor of a garden to describe the mind. Just as a gardener cultivates a garden by carefully selecting and nurturing plants, individuals should be minded of the thoughts they allow to take root in their minds. A well-tended mind, like a well-cared-for your garden, will yield positive and fruitful results. Now, what does that mean? Pretend your mind is like a full garden and there are so many seeds growing, maybe seeds of skills, what you love, and all these great things. But imagine that you have one full place of a garden, pretending you have section. Then imagine that there's one section of plants in your garden that is called thoughts. Now, you don't want any negative or bad thoughts. You don't want to root the bad thoughts into your brain. But instead, you want to change or have good and positive thoughts inserted and rooted and grown inside your brain. But if you don't take care of yourself and if you don't care about your thoughts or any of the things that you think about, then obviously maybe you'll become a lot more negative, and then soon your garden, it will not really be the best because negativity obviously brings not the best results. But if you think about all these great things, if you think positively, if you find different alternatives or different ways to solve something or see something in a more positive and good way, then your garden, obviously, it's going to be more cared for, and soon you'll have positive thoughts grown inside your mind. Now, number 3 is self-responsibility. James Allen empathizes personal responsibility for one's circumstances. He argues that individuals are the architects. I don't know how to say it. Architects of their destinies, and that blaming external factors for one situation is a futile exercise. Taking control of one's thoughts and actions allows for the shaping of a better future. Now, everybody and every person should obviously be responsible. And however you think, whatever you do, that's how you're basically making your brain. You're basically shaping your destiny right now. They say that, oh, good things will always come to you, blah, 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 blah. Like somebody's guiding you, somebody's helping your destiny. But really, whatever you're doing, your actions, your things that you're doing, or anything like that, actions, thoughts, etc., whatever you're doing, that's actually shaping your destiny. It's not like your parents are trying to shape your destiny. No, your parents aren't shaping your destiny. Your friends aren't shaping your destiny. Your teachers aren't. Nobody's shaping your destiny. It's just you. You are the one who picks all of the actions. You're the one who thinks of all these positive, negative, or neutral things. And that's how it's shaping your destiny right now. You are the builder of your own mind, and you should always make sure that you have full control of yourself. And whenever you take good actions and whenever you have good thoughts, then that's going to help allow you to have a better shaping of your future, and maybe you won't have a miserable future. The next, number 4, it says character building. They say the book underscores the idea that character is a foundation of success and happiness. Allen suggests that by improving one's character, individuals can positively influence their circumstances. Building virtues such as integrity, patience, and kindness is crucial for personal development. Now, of course, we all need a foundation of our success and happiness. And of course, everybody at least needs a foundation. And I don't mean like the makeup foundation or anything, but like the base, how it is overall. And they say that Allen suggests that by improving one's character, individual can positively influence their circumstances. Whatever traits you try and practice, or any of the habits that you practice, that's going to build how you are. Like, for example, if you build yourself with all of negative things, like you think yourself as mad, angry, anxiety, bad things, not patient, gets mad easily, etc. If you think about that for yourself, if you're trying to build all those bad things and bad habits into yourself, then obviously you're not going to have success or happiness. You're going to be sad and miserable for the rest of your life. And whatever your thoughts are, however you're building yourself, make sure that you're doing it correctly, because it can really be brutal to your personal development. But if you say all these good things, if you say that, oh, I have integrity, I'm patient, I'm kind, I'm nice, I do great things for people, I'm helpful, I'm loving, I'm caring, I don't have any anxiety, I'm anxiety and stress-free, I'm healthy, etc., then that's going to help your personal development, and that's going to make you the best person, and you'll be able to have success and happiness. And all those great traits that you've been practicing and you've been doing, that's going to be the foundation of yourself. The next, our last point, which is number 5. Number 5 says mind mastery. James Allen encourages readers to strive for mastery over their minds. This involves being aware of one's thoughts, choosing positive and constructive ideas, and rejecting negative and destructive ones. By exercising control over the mind, individuals can harness its power to achieve their goals and lead a fulfilling life. Now, you have to take control of your mind. You can't let somebody else, you can't let your parents, friends, teachers, or anything like that. You can't even let strangers try and control your mind in anything, because nobody's controlling your mind. You're the only one who's controlling your mind. Now, you always have to be aware of the thoughts that you have, you think of, and what you insert into your brain. Because if you do bad ones, like bad thoughts, you think negatively, you don't really think about the best things, then that's not going to help you have it's not going to help you have a fulfilling life, and it's also not going to help you achieve any goals, because since you think all of those bad things, maybe you'll have bad issues, maybe all these bad things will be happening, and you won't be able to, and maybe you won't be able to do all these great things. But to do all these great things, you have to be a positive thinker. As I said, you have to make sure that you think of new solutions, you think the other way around, that you're positive, and you always reject any of the bad things that are happening, and you always find a way to find something positive when people think it's so negative. That's how you can live a fulfilling life and achieve your goals as well, because you're having control over your mind. Because whenever of the good things or all of the good thoughts that you have, you're exercising your mind and you're making sure that you have control over it, and only put positive and good thoughts into your mind and never the bad ones. They say, As a Man Thinketh, it is a relatively short but impactful book that continues to inspire readers to take charge of their thoughts and, by extension, their lives. The principles outlined in the book remain relevant in the realm of personal development and self-importance. When I was reading this book yesterday, I was actually really surprised. And you might be wondering why. Well, look at all these great, amazing points. This really helped me realize that it was never my parents' fault for getting me mad. Maybe my dad, he maybe caused a little bit of frustration in me, but he was only doing what was best for me. And I never think the other way around, and I never thought positively, like a positive way for the other thing. So if you're ever in a problem and maybe you're trying to find a solution, don't always try and see it in an aggressive revenge, or don't make sure that you don't see an aggressive bad, or you're trying to get revenge on something, or you're just trying to do some bad plans, because that's never going to help. Of course, maybe I was trying to make my dad maybe feel a little bit bad about me if I would maybe just ignore him a little bit earlier when I was locked in my, well, not locked, but when I was in my room. I wanted my dad to feel bad, and I thought that he was going to be like, okay, let's just go. But no, he wasn't like that, because obviously he's my dad and he knows how to take care of kids. Which I actually really appreciate him for not taking me to my friend's house. Because if I wouldn't learn about this book, then obviously maybe I would be still mad at him. Maybe I would still be thinking all these negative things. But now that I've learned about this book, I'm really happy that I was able to learn about this book. And I'm really glad that I was able to share this with you guys, because my dad, he taught me this book, and of course I was still mad at him and I wasn't really able getting them all through. But I let go of all of my negative thoughts, and then soon I started to understand this book a lot more better, which I really like. But for now, I like to end this YouTube live. Of course, I'm really happy, and of course, you might be obviously wondering, why is Sanvi on her dad's Facebook? Sorry, not Facebook. Why is Sanvi on her dad's YouTube page? Well, the reason for that is because that my page, the live, isn't really working right now, and for Facebook, obviously, there says something about a problem. But I'm really happy that I was able to make a live video on my dad's YouTube page. But for now, I like to end this YouTube live. I'm really happy that you guys are able to listen to this book review, and make sure that you guys at least read the audiobook of this, because this is really an amazing book. These are just the 5 key takeaways, but there is a lot and a lot more that you can learn about from this book. This book has taught me a lot, and I hope that this book will also help you too.